Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we are taking our very first look at the Tier 6 American Premium Destroyer, the Sims. So let's get into our commander. We are using William Halsey. We have Eric Bay and Jerzy Swirsky as usual as our two inspirations. We are running Observant Rage, Look at Me Now, Twist and Track, Smoke on the Water, and Unstoppable as our perks. If we look at our ship, we are running Aiming Systems Mod 1, Propulsion Mod, and Concealment System Mod as our equipment. Now, I am not using the upgraded torpedoes that you can get on this. If you look, the upgraded torpedoes give you extra range. However, they are absolutely horrific, like in every conceivable way. They reload a lot faster, and by a lot I mean 15 seconds faster than the standard torpedoes. They are way weaker, only doing 8,500 maximum damage, which is worse than the Benham torpedoes. And the torpedo range, while it is nice at 9.2 kilometers, is unusable. Why? Because these torpedoes only do 49 knots, which means they take an eternity to get anywhere, let alone 9.2 kilometers. So I highly recommend you do not use these torpedoes. They are absolutely god-awful and useless. So, let's look at the regular torpedoes. Okay? So, stats for this ship. As you can see, we are not running any boosters. We're just running the community contributor flag and the camo that comes with the ship. The stats. 13,800 hit points, which is right there where the Benham is at Tier 6, but it's absolutely horrendous. Artillery. Main battery, 127mm guns, but you only get 4 of them, which is not preferable. They do reload every 3 seconds, which is nice, and rotate at 5 seconds. Like, it's an American gunboat destroyer, so you don't have to worry about having your guns on target. They will get there really quickly. Maximum HE shell damage of 1,800 with a 5% chance to set fires. AP shell damage of 2,174. The torpedoes. You get 8 of them, 533 millimeters with this current build. We are running the 87-second reload time. The maximum damage is 11,600, so still not good, but better than 8,500. And the torpedo detectability range, 1.3 kilometers. That's average. Torpedo range of 5.5 kilometers is god-awful. And the torp speed is 65 knots. Now, the one thing I will say is, you have the ability, with my current build, of actually stealth-firing torpedoes, but you only get a 0.3 kilometer window to do so. Unless, of course, they're sailing at you, in which case you can stealth-fire much easier. But yeah, these torps are not good either. The maneuverability, 38.5 knots, not bad. Turning circle of 500 meters, very good. And a rudder shift time of just 3 seconds, which is fantastic. So it's a very shifty little destroyer. And by little, I mean it's a big destroyer, it's just very shifty. Concealment was god-awful to begin with, but with our build, we do have it down to a 5.2 kilometer surface detectability. And you need that in this ship, because the moment you get lit up, everybody shoots you and you lose all of your hit points immediately because you have none to begin with. So it is absolutely awful in almost every conceivable way. 5.2 guaranteed, or 5.2 surface detectability, 3 kilometers by air, a 2 guaranteed detectability as always, and detectability in smoke is just 2.6, so very good in that regard as well. Armor, you have none. 15 to 16 millimeters of armor. I mean, it's 16 millimeter plating pretty much everywhere. If you guys remember, 16 millimeters of plating means that it can technically cause 203mm and lower caliber shells to ricochet. Technically. But don't count on it. It's not going to happen. Nobody's going to shoot AP at you. They're going to be shooting HE and you're going to get obliterated. Let's look at the vital ship armor, which is the only other thing that matters on this thing. And that is center of mass and absolutely massive. So any shells that hit center of mass on this ship will absolutely destroy you. Absolutely destroy you. Overview. Extended smoke, so you get the American smoke, which is nice. The nimble aim, above average main battery traverse speed, gives an edge in close quarters combat. Again, It is an American destroyer, so the turrets are always where you need them to be. Sluggish shot, difficult to aim at long distances. That's not really an issue if you've ever used an American destroyer before or an American light cruiser. You are used to how the firing arcs work and all of that good thing. But it also means it has very good firing arcs, meaning you can get over top of islands much, much easier. Sims, a well-armed, high-speed destroyer with excellent maneuverability, high rate of fire, and excellent aiming speeds for her dual-purpose artillery mounts, ensured good firepower and efficient AA defenses for her time. She entered service in 1939, and there were 12 of them in the series. So let's go ahead and take a look at this ship. It's not a bad-looking destroyer. I do like the camo. It's nice and subtle. I don't really like. It's not over the top. Notice even on the Series X, the port still glitches with dropped frames. Like, what do they need to do with the ports in order to get us a decent frame rate in port? Seriously. Developers, I know you're watching. You guys have got to optimize the port, man. Like, there's no reason that the port should lag this much. And I get it. There's a lot of stuff going on in the port right now. But it's been every single port has been so laggy. You can't rotate the camera decent to get... I know it's not really a thing that normal players care about, but for those of us making videos, it's kind of important. So, with that being said, let's get to the gameplay. Alrighty, so we're going to be on Northern Waters, and we're going to be showcasing all of the things that I've already discussed about this ship, and the fact that I call it absolutely having not a single redeemable quality to it. At least with other ships, like the Kid, you get a heal. You know, get better torps with the Kid, even though, you know, it's arguable. It's still, like, there's not a good thing about this. There just isn't. There's really nothing about this ship why I would go, yeah, this is a ship you should pick up. It isn't. There isn't. There's literally no reason. The only reason that I'm even showcasing this ship right now is because it's on loan from Wargaming, and I feel like I can save some people some money. Because I promise you, there is nothing good about this ship. Nothing. So, with that being said, let's get into it. Now, I know what a lot of you guys are probably thinking. Well, Spartan, you're just not that good with American gunboats. And you would be correct in that assumption. But here's the deal. This ship has no health. It has decent rate of fire, but only 4 guns instead of 5. It has absolutely god-awful torpedoes in every sense of the word. And we're at Tier 6, okay? Which means there are a lot of really, really disgusting ships that you're going to come up against in both Tier 6 and Tier 7. So, there isn't a single redeeming quality. Not one. The best thing that you can say is it moves, it gets around. Like, you can steer it very, very quickly. But that still requires the people that are shooting at you to be completely potatoed. And most people just aren't. I say that. There's a lot of potatoes out there. But for the most part, you're just not going to be running into a whole lot of potatoes when you're in this ship. Because by the time you get spotted, everybody on the team is going to be able to shoot you. Now, we're already starting to dodge. We're taking shots at the Kagero. We get shot by the battleship, shot by the Benson. We're getting shot by the Minsk that's there. Everybody's here. I dropped smoke to get out of detection because this is just not what you want. But we did get our torpedoes away, and those torpedoes are going to be absolutely fantastic at hitting that Lenin and possibly that Benson. So we get 2, 3, 4, 5 hits, 4 floods, absolutely dropping the bomb. And that's going to be nasty. We're already up to 48,000 damage, and they damage conned, of course, because of course you would. Actually, I think the Lenin died, and that's why we didn't get more damage. But yeah, we actually did quite a very good opening salvo, and we traded half our hit points for that. Now what we're going to be using it for is a spotter. We can't afford to get into another engagement right away. So we're letting our team focus this Udachi. We're the ones spotting, and now we're going to open fire when he's trying to get into smoke. Now, what I forget about is there's other destroyers behind me who is not in that smoke screen, so he's actually going to be able to get some shots on me. And, of course, anybody who gets a chance to shoot at Spartan, shoots at Spartan. Udachi starts shooting at me. You can see the amount of damage we just took from that, like 2,000 damage, 1 salvo. Like, it's disgusting. Yudachi does go down, however, and we get pounded by the Kagero out there. Again, Japanese torpedo boats get better guns with better high explosive than the American gunboats. The American gunboats really don't have a redeeming quality to them. At least with the Benson, you get longer range torpedoes, so you get a little bit of a standoff gameplay that you can potentially do. They are good at countering other destroyers, but this thing isn't very good at countering other destroyers unless it's a guaranteed 1v1, and even then it's a toss-up. If it's a Japanese gunboat, or if it's a Japanese torpedo boat, you're not guaranteed to kill it. You don't have the hit points. It can hit you for 2,000 to 30,000 damage per salvo, and it only takes three or four good salvos to kill you. And it takes you a lot longer to kill them because your shells just don't do as much damage. Now, we're trying to cover ourselves from the Helena here. I thought he was going to turn towards us, which would make the most sense. He is out there against a battleship and a cruiser, so it would make sense that he would come towards the two destroyers that were spotted. But that ain't what he does. He actually sits out there, and we're going to move in the direction of trying to capture C. Now, this match went very, very quickly. The enemy completely potatoed the beginning of this match, sending all of their destroyers to one area, and the fact that we had all of our destroyers in an area that was able to counter. Even though I took a lot of damage, I was still able to keep them lit up, and our team was able to do enough to get rid of them. And we get rid of their Kagero, their Benson, and their Yudachi. And that just leaves the was it a Tashkent or a Mint? I think it was Mint. We try to switch to the AP, which we know the American AP from the destroyers is fantastic. If you can get a broadside cruiser, you can absolutely Citadel the crap out of them. We didn't really get a chance. We couldn't take the chance of him turning those guns on us. So, yeah, that's why we kind of played that a little bit soft. And that's the way you're going to have to treat this ship. If you decide to pick it up, which, again, I have no idea why you would, other than a collector who just wants all the ships. So, like, I don't see anybody else picking this up for any other reason. I believe all of the American gunboat destroyers have dual-purpose guns, so they're all going to have great AA. So I don't think this is going to have any better AA than the other gunboats. Then on top of that, you've got the fact that these torpedoes are basically unusable for most situations. You're going to need to use this in a division more often than not. So solo players like me, we just don't have much of a choice in this thing. If we try to get into position, use our smoke, and actually shoot like most people would in a division, you don't have any spotting. So as soon as you smoke up, everybody disappears, and unless the battleships shoot at you while you're in your smoke, you're not going to be able to see them, you're not going to be able to take advantage of it. So again, maybe it's just me, maybe a lot of people are going to disagree with me on this one, but I don't think I'm that far off. I don't think anybody should buy this ship. There's no reason for me to say that anybody would buy the ship, but we get top of the team, 2,000 base XP. Not a bad game. If you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.